I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, a podcast with expensive opinions. This is episode 131. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share. Check the description down below where I have my link for my Instagram and TikTok. Check last week's episode 130, where I gave my week 5 predictions. Before I get started, I may be talking a little funny. Got my wisdom tooth removed. I'll put a picture of it right now. I could put a worse picture, but I'm not gonna do that to myself. I was really swollen though, but thank God I healed good. And now we're here. Thank God I'm here to be able to talk and not, it doesn't really bother me. A couple days back, I wouldn't be able to do the podcast, but like 70%, 80% healed. And also before I get started, just prayers for those who live in Florida. I know the hurricane stuff is going on. Hopefully, it doesn't, no big tragedy happens, and you guys just stay safe and all of that. But I'm gonna give my week 6 predictions. Let's get straight into that. And I'll soon come different with the podcast, as in like the background and all of that. I have a green screen that's currently down right now, but I might put it up and just play around with it. That way I could just have a different approach for the podcast coming into the next year, and doing different effects. And who knows, I might even start doing some reactions to the games that happen, or like highlights of the game. I feel like it'll be a bit more fun to do, and I'll probably get to interact with you guys a bit more. But that's about it. Let's get straight into this episode. Alright, so for week 6 of the NFL, week 6 out of 18, have way more football to go, but like I said, each week is going by super duper fast. I'm gonna touch on a couple of the games from last week, but as I go through this week's prediction, I'll remember some things of last week. But first game for tomorrow, Thursday, 8:15, we have the 49ers against the Seahawks. The 49ers have a record of 2-3, and the Seahawks have a record of 3-2. I think the Seahawks just lost to the Giants. I was really surprised by that. I had the Seahawks beating the Giants, but the Giants won. So now the Seahawks are 3-2. 49ers are also 2-3. Like I just said. Who would I have for this game? It's Seahawks house. I haven't even heard much of Brock Purdy, and to be honest, I don't watch every single game. I can't do red zone. I wouldn't be able to focus, but. I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers winning, beating the Seahawks, and then improving to 3-3, having a 500 record. Nothing against the Seahawks. I think I had them all throughout the first week 1 through 3, if I'm not mistaken. But I had them more than I had them winning more than I had them losing. So I got 49ers beating the Seahawks to start it off. Now for Sunday at 9:30 a.m. pretty early. I don't know if they're playing somewhere else. London. So that's why it's so early. 9:30. You got the Jaguars against the Bears. Jaguars just pick up their first dub against the Colts, if I'm not mistaken. I actually had them losing. And they barely won, but they won. A dub is a dub. They won like 37-34, if I'm not mistaken. So they got a W. And what's funny is that I expected them to have a better record. Probably not the only one who expected that, but I guess this time around they're starting a bit slow. Let me see. So yeah, Jaguars against the Bears. I don't know who I'll go for. I think I'm gonna pick the Bears to win. I think the Bears will win. They'll go 4-2. Jaguars go 1-5. If Jaguars go 2-4, that's pretty good. But I think the Bears will beat the Jaguars. To be honest, they barely won against the Colts. I think the Bears will beat the Jaguars. Buccaneers and Saints. The Buccaneers are currently 3-2, and the Saints are 2-3. Saints just lost to the Chiefs. I had them losing. I think it was 24-13, 27-13, something like that. I know the score was something like that. Bucks and Saints. I think the Bucks will win and go 4-2. I think the Bucks are pretty good. Like I said about a week or two ago, Baker Mayfield is having a really great season. He's really put it on, and I think he'll be the Saints. Now, I know I say this every single time. It might sound like I am biased, but then again, I try not to be biased. But it seems like the Ravens have been having nothing but great games every single week. Week 1, we played the Chiefs. Week 2, we played... I think we played the Colts, was it? Not the Colts. Hold on, I gotta see. I want to get this correct. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. But week 6, the Ravens will face the Commanders. And that game is gonna be... No, we faced the Raiders. So we faced the Raiders. I think we lost again. Yeah, we lost it. We lost the first 2 games. So that's that. So yeah, week 1 really good game, the Chiefs. Week 2 the Raiders was cool. Week 3 faced the Bills. Was it the Bills? Come on, my mind is failing me right now. No, all right. Week 1 was the Chiefs. Week 2 was the Raiders. It was a good game, but week 1 was a really great game. Week 3 was the Cowboys. Week 4 was the Bills. Week 5 was the Bengals. Now week 6 we faced the Commanders, Washington Commanders. Now off name, whatever Commanders, it doesn't really sound good, but their rookie quarterback is really putting on a show. I'm trying to see if I'll put some of the numbers that he's been having. If I could find some, if anything, they'll be up right now. But if not, definitely go look at what he's doing. He's definitely leading the Rookie of the Year race. And some people are even saying the MVP race, which is really crazy. I mean, that should just let you know how good he's actually doing. But it's the Ravens and the Commanders. I think the Commanders come over to the bank, come over to Baltimore. Commanders are 4-1. Ravens are 3-2. We've won the last 3 games in a row. I have us winning. I'm gonna put a couple of facts up right now. I think the Ravens are like 15-2 against rookie quarterbacks. I think I saw that on Twitter. And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are saying it's gonna be a one-sided game. It's funny because I feel like Lamar has more to lose than win, which is, I mean, that's expected. Lamar has been in the league longer than Daniels, the rookie quarterback of the Commanders. But Lamar's having his case of having an MVP season is definitely going up, and it's building up. I think he's leading the quarterback leader thingy or something. I'm also put up an image of that. But I think he's the best quarterback in the league right now. We're only 5 weeks in, about to be 6 weeks. I understand we have a lot more football to go, but his case is building up slowly but surely. That last game against the Bengals, I just want to get into that before, I keep going. So the last game against the Bengals was a game I had us winning, but we were not supposed to win at all. And the reason why I say that is because, of course, before the game I had a prediction, and as I'm going, I still have us winning. But then I guess you come to a point where it's like, damn, like that's it. That's game, whatever, Probably a bit salty or whatever the case may be. Probably mad that your team didn't do what they were supposed to do. But it seems like the football gods or whatever you guys want to call it, not literally, but, just they don't want us to lose. That game was super duper crazy. There's so much to recall and say like in order. But one overtime. So the game I thought we was going to have against the Bills, we had against the Bengals. As in, I said it was going to be a crazy game, overtime. No, that game was against the Bengals, which is surprising because I expected the Bills to do a bit more, but whatever, that's the case. We won in overtime. Shout out Henry, shout out Tucker, shout out Lamar. I mean, Lamar had a crazy clip throwing a touchdown to Likely. I'll put it up right now.
The drama we get. Lamar Jackson, trouble with the snap. Bobbled it twice. Now he shakes a defender. He's back to the 25-yard line. Throws back in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. How did he do it? How did he do it? Isaiah Likely is there for the touchdown. Holy smokes, it's a Heisman moment for a pro quarterback as Lamar Jackson does.
That was really, really, really crazy. And yeah, I mean, he put up a crazy game, and I've been saying that the more dubs we win and who we winning against, it's just favoring him. Now the reason why I said he has more to lose is because we will be facing a rookie quarterback. He's a rookie. He just got in the league, so he's not expected to do what he's doing right now. You know, he's expected to do good, but not great or amazing. And I think he's heading there. Hopefully, he stays healthy and everything goes good. Because the Commanders are really putting on. I mean, they're 4-1, and the numbers he has is crazy. And yeah, but the reason why I think we will win is our defense. I think our defense is gonna get to him. I think we're gonna try to bully him. To be honest, I think the O-line of the Commanders really gotta go to sleep early the night before, because I honestly think that the Ravens is ready. The Ravens defense is ready. I think Lamar is. I don't think Lamar is looking at it as like, oh, this is the quarterback I'm going against. I think he's just honestly focused on winning. More so because there was a clip of this older lady like talking trash, saying, "Oh, the Bengals gonna win," and he was just like, "It's her fault. It's gonna be her fault," and then the Ravens won. So I just felt like he's having his nonchalant kind of tunnel vision season, especially after last season. I feel like that's something he's using as motivation, which is why I say I don't think he cares of who I mean, he respects who he's facing, but he just cares about winning and winning. That's it. I don't even think he cares about the whole MVP, 3-time MVP thing, even though it will bless his resume. But I think he just wants to win, and I think his goal is a Super Bowl. And I feel like he's locked in, really, really locked in. But yeah, shout out Lamar, Henry, shout out Flowers, the defense at the end, Hamilton, shout out Humphrey for that pick. I mean, everybody came together and made sure they worked as a team to win. And yeah, I think we'll beat the Commanders. We'll be home. The defense is really going to be active. I think we know that if we win this game, we're going to get more respect from the league, from the fans. It's just going to be a lot. It's a lot that plays in each and every game. It's really important, but it's just like the momentum that we have behind us right now. And then after this week, we face the Buccaneers, another team that's doing pretty good. And yeah, so we'll see. That's the reason why I have the Ravens winning. I always like to go more into detail on why I have the Ravens winning, because that's my team. I could just be saying, I mean, there's plenty of times I've just been saying I got the Ravens winning and no really real reason behind it. And I know that people saying that for the DMV or whatever, this is like more than a football game, like people from Washington or from Baltimore. So I know there's definitely going to be a game that's really enjoyed, and I think a lot of people was asking for it to be on prime time. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is. But yeah, let's move on. Let's see what my Ravens do. Hopefully they improve to 4-2. We'll have the same record as the Commanders by then. And yeah. So yeah. Now we got Cardinals and Packers. Cardinals are 2-3. Packers are 3-2. I think the Packers will win. Jordan Love is back. He's doing really, really good. They'll improve to 4-2. Now we got the Colts and Titans. The Colts are currently 2-3 versus the Tennessee Titans that are 1-3. I think the Colts will go 3-3. I think that they're currently a better team than the Titans, and they came so close to beating the Jaguars. So I feel like they're gonna take that into this, week 6 and make sure that they win. They were so close. I did not watch the game. I was keeping up with the score though. We got Texans and Patriots. I got the Texans winning. The Texans have the same record that the Commanders have, which is 4-1. They're rolling. They're doing really, really good. And they actually beat the Bills, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they definitely beat the Bills. A lot of people was putting up the meme of how Diggs was looking at Josh Allen, I think, after the game. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I feel like the Texans are improved to 5-1, and the Patriots 1-5. Flight, I know you're going through it because you're a Patriots fan, but it is what it is. I feel like every franchise goes through that, span of years where they're just, bad. I mean, this is the Patriots that had Tom Brady at a point in time, so, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know why people. I don't know why people doing this Josh Allen and Lamar thing. I think Josh Allen threw like 9 for 30 or a bit more than that. Like if it's Lamar that throws 9 for 30, forget about it. I feel like you're gonna throw him under the bus. Twitter's gonna have, and I feel like Lamar is having an MVP year so far, and he's still not getting the respect he gets. You have headlines talking about if the Ravens are getting enough out of Lamar for what they paid him. Like it's super duper crazy. I don't see what the hate is about, or if you don't want to call it hate, that is definitely not something that's saying he's doing what he's doing, or saying he could do, even better, but in a good way. You get what I'm trying to say? It's definitely passive aggressive in a sense. And yeah, but definitely got the Texans winning. Then we got the Browns and the Eagles. The Eagles are 2-2. The Browns are 1-4. I think the Eagles beat the Browns easily and become 3-2. Chargers and Broncos. Broncos are 3-2. Chargers are 2-2. Let me see. Damn, this is gonna be a good game. I felt like it's gonna be a close game. I'll say the Chargers win and they'll improve to 3-2, and then Broncos go 3-3. Steelers and Raiders. I got the Steelers winning. Even though they're in our division, I'm supposed to be saying, as in like, the same team in the bracket with the Ravens. I'm supposed to be saying that they're gonna lose, but nah, I don't look at it like that. I think the Steelers gonna win. Falcons and Panthers. Falcons, no doubt. Panthers are probably like the worst team in the league. Sorry to the Panthers fans. Lions and Cowboys. Lions are currently 3-1. Cowboys are 3-2. I think the Cowboys and the Lions had a little something last year. Definitely I know they had a great game. I don't know which game it was, but I think they seen each other. The times that they seen each other were all great games. I can't remember like specifically, but listen, Goff the other day he went perfect. I think he went like 13 for 13. That's ridiculous. I don't think that was talked about enough either. What I'm trying to say is this might be the second best game after the Ravens and the Commanders are probably the first best game. I always try to look at it like the 3 best games every week. I'll check that at the end. But for my pick, let me see. It says Lions wide receivers among St. Brown. Said Cowboys was talking crazy, blah blah blah. So there's definitely some tension between both the teams. Damn. I'm gonna have to go with the Lions. I think the Lions will go 4-1 and the Cowboys go 3-3. Even though, shout out to the Cowboys quarterback. I don't know why his name is not coming to mind right now, but he pulled a crazy win. Last Dak Prescott. There we go. I don't know why my mom be playing with me. Dak Prescott pulled a crazy clutch game. I forgot against who it was. Let me see that right now. But that was really, really crazy. It was against the Giants. Yeah, the Giants. They won 20-15. It was so last minute. A throw to the left side of the field, touchdown. Really, really, really crazy. But I do think they will lose against the Lions. Let's see how that take ages. Then we got the Bengals and Giants. Listen, I think there's the image. I'm gonna put it up right now. Joe Burrow is really going through it because he's first in touchdowns. He has 12. He's first in passer rating, and then he's first in 40+ yard passes. He has 5 of them this season. But the only thing is that his record is 1-4. So I'm gonna put images of all of that up right now. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I think he himself said that he feels like this is not a championship team. The offense is there 1,000%. It's just the defense that's letting them down. I think the defense has to step it up. It might be a problem they could fix this season. It might not be. Time will tell. But I mean, if he's saying it so straightforward, it just lets you know where the confidence is at, and then kind of how realistic he is, how he feels. I think he had. I mean, that Ravens and Bengals game, even though we won. Shout out to Joe Burrow because that was definitely a shootout. It was definitely a back and forth, high scoring game. Our defense was also, not there for some part of the game. But I feel like the Bengals, defense definitely have to step up because they're 1-4 right now. I mean, that says a lot. And if he's doing what he's doing with all them stats and he's first and all of that, it's definitely the defense that has to, really buckle up and do what they got to do. So yeah, I mean the Bengals going through it. I don't know. It's funny too. It's funny because I think I made a video beginning of the season saying that a lot of people had the Bengals going to the Super Bowl, and and if I didn't mention it, a lot of people did have them going to the Super Bowl, and like right now they're like not looking like that at all. But they faced the 2-3 Giants, the Giants who just beat the they beat the Seahawks October 6th. They just lost to the Cowboys. I think that the Bengals pick up their second dub against the Giants. I know I might sound like a hater because I do have the Giants losing a lot. I have nothing against the Giants, I promise. But I do think that the Bengals offense might be too much for the Giants defense. I have not tuned into the Giants this season. I'm going to try to tune in to every single game so I could get a bit more of each and every single team. So when I get up here, I could tell who has a better chance against who and stuff like that. But, yeah, I think the Bengals will beat the Giants if they lose against the Giants. Not even going to say that's crazy. I mean, that is crazy. They'll go 1-5. But not saying it because the Giants suck, but just saying it because I felt like the Bengals are completely be out of it. Because, I mean, let me see their record. I mean, their schedule. Hold on. Because I'm just trying to get like a idea who they're going to play. They'll play the Browns. Cool, they could win that. But then they'll play the Eagles. Not sure if they'll win that. They'll play the Raiders. They could probably win that. They'll play us again. I think we'll be more prepared. It could be a shootout game, but I got to go with my Ravens. A lot of people say that the Ravens' only obstacle is themselves. I kind of believe that. It could be crazy to say because there's a lot of great teams out there who could beat us any given night. But I'm just agreeing it as in like whenever the Ravens decide to mess up, which is any team it could happen to. But you could just tell. If you watch Ravens football, you could tell it would be on them. The decision-making, the coach decision-making. So it could be on them. But I do think we'll beat them. Then they play the Chargers. Chargers have a good chance of beating the Bengals. Steelers have a good chance because of their defense. Cowboys have a good chance. Then they could probably beat the Titans. But I'm just going down the list. I mean, let's see how everything plays out. I do have them winning for the Week 6 Giants-Bengals game. I think we're down to like the last game, Bills and Jets. This should be an interesting game. I think yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So the Jets just fired their coach. I'm gonna put up an image of that. And I'm gonna put up another image of somebody was talking about on Twitter saying that like they don't believe Aaron Rodgers at all. Because he was like surprised about the coach being fired. But I mean, there's literally a clip of the coach coming in for like a hug or dapping him up, and he kind of just pushes him out the way. So there's definitely some frustration going on there. He definitely felt the way towards him. Probably not no hatred, but just probably Rodgers was in a position where he was kind of just saying, hey, I don't even want him in the office no more. I don't want him coaching us. Then again, I'm not an insider. I'm just going off what I see. So I always, always play hypothetical. Could be, maybe, maybe not. But a lot of people definitely running with the, hey, Rodgers, we're not going to believe this out of you. Like, we definitely know that you had to say so, or you at least agreed with the coach being fired. So that was pretty funny because I feel like the media always talking about Rodgers one way or the other, whether it's his personal life or last year when he got injured and now this, But yeah, Bills, Jets. I think the Bills will win. I think Josh Allen will win. Josh Allen just went against us last week and got cooked. And then, won us against last week. And then, this current week, my fault. Texans lost by 3. And I think he had a bad throwing performance. And then before that, he lost to us. I think he'll beat the Jets. I don't think he's going to lose 3 games back to back. Definitely a great quarterback. And I think the Bills do have a good team. People are complaining that they have no wide receiver or whatever, and they may not have a good wide receiver. But I mean, everybody's dealt a different deck or set of cards or whatever you want to call it, and you just gotta do what you gotta do with what you have. A lot of quarterbacks have done real good with what they have, or at least good enough to make it to the playoffs. Not saying the Bills will not make it to the playoffs, but sometimes you just gotta take it into your own hands and perform. And the game might be on you, or the season might be on you to at least make it to the playoffs. You do what you gotta do. I'm not trying to say that it's not a team sport, but a lot of people, like I said, like to deal with the whole Lamar, Josh Allen thing. Lamar never really had a wide receiver one like that. Flowers just came in last year, so he's getting his name out there. Definitely had a really good game last game, but he never had. I mean, he had Odell. Odell had some good plays last season, but it was never no Diggs or never no Higgins or Chase or whatever the case. So Josh Allen could beat the Jets. I believe he could beat the Jets, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Those are my predictions for this upcoming week. The top 3 games I'd have to say definitely Ravens, Commanders. What other game did I say? Ravens, Commanders, Lions, Cowboys, and probably Bills and Jets, to be honest. No Kansas City this week. Early bye week for them. I guess so. Kansas City is 5-0. Shout out to them. Tough. Really, really tough. But they do face the 49ers next week. So let's see if the 49ers give them their first out. We shall see. Let's see how that goes. But that's really it for this episode 131. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share this video. Check the description down below where I have my link for my Instagram and TikTok. Hopefully next week I'm a bit more healed. It's still a bit hard for me to talk. It bothers me a tad bit, but God willing, I'll be here next week for episode 132, and your boy Ssalcita is out.